Speculation, speculation, speculation. 'Tis the season with a new crossover title. You already know the speculation is gonna get wild. And now I'm gonna bring you something a little bit more spicy. We already know WB owns a lot. But what about what they don't own? That's right. Today we're gonna be talking about third-party characters. Can you even reference them as third-party? Well, anyway, with that being said, let's get straight into it. Number 5, Tifa Lockhart. Now, personally, I haven't even played Final Fantasy VII or the new one, the remake. I gotta get into the remake. But, we keep it a buck. I think Tifa would be a great addition to the game. You already got Cloud in a platform fighter. You already got Sephiroth in a platform fighter. Why don't we put Tifa in this one? The embodiment of beauty and bronze. Throwing hands 100%. Mesh that together, and you got yourself a fire character. The skins could be fire. I just think there's a whole lot of potential there. Obviously, let's get Tifa Lockhart into Multiversus. Number 4, I'd actually like 2B. The funny thing about 2B is that she's really popular and she's pretty much in everything. She's actually already in another fighting game, being Soul Calibur. And so because I know that her creator is very, very open to just throwing her into anything, I think it would actually be pretty easy to get 2B if PFG or WB were interested. I don't think it would be that hard. I think the craziest thing would be make her kit work, but make sure it's not insane, because if you've played the Nier Automata games, she's pretty broken. She's super cool, but she's pretty damn broken. But I would love to see her represented in Multiversus, and I know she'd be represented in the most authentic way possible. Well, the most authentic way possible that is allowed. Let's face it, we need some droids, all right? Anywho, up next, Kratos, the god of war himself. And I actually think this is a character that Tony himself is very interested in, so it'd be super sick for him to get one of his dream characters actually in his game that he is making. 1, I think that's super dope. 2, my fiance is a very, very big fan of God of War, so I would like to see her be excited for a character in this game as well. But personally for me, I was introduced mostly to God of War through my fiance, and so she basically showed me the lore, kept me up to date with it, showed me the old games, and we played the new game together. Kratos is a monster, straight up, and seeing his character development through the games is actually insane to witness firsthand. I think the potential, especially with his weapons, would be so sick. Like, actually so sick. Mans is a savage, and you need that kind of savagery in a fighting game. Now, let's face it, you don't gotta make it look super graphic, but I think he would 100% throw hands and make them count in Multiversus. And again, I think this is a character that a lot of people wanted since he was in PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I hope I said the name right. I don't know, you know, the other platform fighter. But I think with enough done correctly and enough justice done, especially with a developer that's super familiar with the character, really likes the character, I think he could actually be one of the most swaggiest, decked out characters in Multiversus. So here's to hoping that Kratos actually gets into the game. I know that would surprise a lot of people. I think he's in Fortnite, so the potential for doing a crossover with Kratos, the door isn't necessarily closed. I think if anybody could do it, PFG and WB got it on lock. Up next, number 2. This is gonna be out of left field. Now I know we got the DC universe tight in this game, right? We're gonna get probably a lot of characters from the DC universe, and that's cool. Let's bring Marvel into the mix. For my number 2 most requested non-WB owned character, I'd actually put Miles Morales or Spider-Man into the mix. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero of all time. It would be so sick to see the most popular, I believe he's the most popular Marvel superhero, going toe to toe with some of DC's best. I don't really know the relationship between DC and Marvel, to be quite honest, but I think it would be so sick to see Miles Morales and Spider-Man. And I say this because I feel like you can do palette swaps between the two. You don't actually got to make them as individuals. You could actually just make different costumes if you wanted. I would love to see both variations of Spidey in this game. You already know Spider-Man's moveset is unique. He's the only character of his kind to do what he does. Even just hearing the dialogue between him and other characters in the game would be so freaking sick. I would be so happy beyond belief if I saw Spider-Man in Multiversus. And to be honest, with the new movie that came out, it would truly be a clash of multiverses. So let's check it, let's see it, and I hope it happens. I doubt it, but shit, a man could dream, right? And that's what I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna dream. And now my number 1 most requested non-WB owned character, and I don't think WB Japan owns this. Let's get Sora from Kingdom Hearts into Multiversus. Listen, I already went through 15 years of hoping and praying and hoping and praying, and it finally happened in the other game, and I'm so happy. I'm grateful, honestly. I'm not really gonna beg WB for this. You know, I'd be through the freaking roof if it happened. Technically, it would be my most requested character ever, like, period. Even more than Raven, which is crazy in its own sense. But I don't think WB will actually chase after Sora, but if they did, you'd make me insanely happy. Honestly, consider it, please, if you have the power to do so. This is me really now hoping. I'm getting my hopes up. I'm doing it again. I said I was satisfied and grateful, but now I'm doing it again. I can't help it. I really love that character. Think about it. So, because I don't think Sora has any shot, I will actually go ahead and say, I want Naruto. I know what you guys are thinking, but NAKAT, there's so much more anime out there. You're right. I know that. But this isn't about every anime under the sun. We can name so many anime characters that should get in the game, and we just know that it's not going to happen. But I will say, Naruto is one of my favorite anime characters of all time. He's been for years. And so seeing Naruto Uzumaki in this game would be so sick. You already know the moveset is gonna be popping. I hope it's not over centralized around Rasengan. Shadow Clone Jutsu would be dope, especially with Shadow Clone Jutsu. I think he'd be annoying as hell to fight. Okay, you can don't make him bust it. Obviously, being able to tap into the 9 tails chakra would be hype. Seeing him like shapeshift depending on how many tails he's at would also be hype. I think there's a lot of room to make Naruto a sick character. Now, of course, it's so cool with the whole dialogue thing because you can now be excited just to hear characters talk to each other and have unique voice lines with each other. I think that would be super dope. Give him his Japanese voice, please. And let's make this happen. Let's get Naruto into Multiversus. He would be my #1 most requested character from the third-party division. And so I'm hoping it happens. I'm trying to see kunais and shurikens get thrown around. I'm trying to see my man run up walls. Like, it all makes sense. It just all makes sense. Like, really, you already got Super Saiyan Shaggy. Let's get an actual anime character in there so you can box him up. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, those are my wild requests. Obviously, you got Tifa Lockhart 2B. You know why I'm asking for them, all right? They're cool. You got Kratos, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, Sora, and Naruto. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and let me know what non-WB owned characters would you like to see make an appearance in Multiversus. And of course, guys, I'm gonna catch you on the next video. Get easy. Peace out. Deuces.